my pocket. I've got prescription marijuana. Will that be an issue?
Oh, have you got marijuana on you right now?
Yes, my prescription marijuana.
Prescription on you?
I do. Yeah, I've got my driver's license, and the label on the bottom's enough to identify it as my prescription medicine.
No, it's not. There's no such thing.
Like, would you like to arrest me for it?
No, I'd like to see the cannabis though.
Okay. Give you my driver's license first, but you'll running a check on me anyway, right?
I've already run a check on you.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
is my bus pass,
I don't
my
need-
disabled?
I don't need your bus pass.
Oh, my disabled bus pass.
Have
You
you
know.
got the cannabis?
Yeah.
I don't need your bus pass now.
What's wrong with the cannabis?
Well, because there is no such thing as medicinal cannabis unless you've got a prescription or a note from a doctor to say that you're allowed it.
Uh-huh.
So have you got that on you?
Well, you're saying a prescription.
A British citizen frankly told the police, "I'm carrying medical cannabis. Are you going to arrest me for that?" Prescribed by a doctor, fully labeled, but still being suspected, searched. So in modern society, is the right to legal treatment being discriminated against? This is a confrontation between the legal knowledge of the people and the ambiguous application of the police. Let me analyze the whole case in today's video.
Called 999 because you
Again?
committed a hate
I'm
crime.
already here.
You committed a hate crime.
Right,
And
Mark,
you're
I've
smiling.
reviewed the CCTV. There's no assault on there
He
whatsoever. Nobody touches you.
yeah, he touched me on the elbow.
Recorded no crime.
He
I
touched
just
me on the
spoke-
elbow.
Are you going to let me speak? Would you let me speak? Is that okay? Are you gonna talk to me, or are you just gonna hold your phone up in your face? Would you like to hear what I have to say, or should I just leave?
If you're going to continue with your hate crimes, I suggest you
Right,
leave.
So I've spoken to the courts. They've adjourned your court dates to next week. They've explained to you that they're happy for the dog to come as long as you bring somebody else with them to have the dog once you're in the court.
It's my auxiliary aid. It's like an arm.
Listen,
I won't be
cannot
leaving my
in the
arm.
courtroom at the same time, okay?
An assistance
That's
dog can.
something- Right, well, you need to speak to your solicitor about that.
I don't have a solicitor.
The video begins with a serious allegation. The person filming claims to be the victim of a hate crime. He says he was touched and physically restrained as he tried to enter the courthouse. The atmosphere is tense from the start, and the person continues to film to protect himself. A common response in situations where abuse of power is suspected.
Representing myself.
Okay, well, you can speak to the judge. You can make representations to the
I can't.
judge.
He won't let me into the building.
You can send a letter, okay? You can
To
speak
whom?
them, you can ring them and speak to them. And
I tried to. I'm trying to make court inquiries right now, but you're refusing me access. Yeah, because yeah, that's a hate crime.
Okay.
You know I'm disabled.
Do I?
Is there any way I can prove my disability to you?
I don't know.
So if you call up the PNC, it'll have my disability registered and the medication that I take for all my disabilities. Just call it up. Do a check. Just do the check on me. Wait till I tell him about my.
The person filming made it clear that he was disabled, had a service dog, and was on prescription medication. He was representing himself and asking for access to the court. It is worth noting that access to justice and public facilities for disabled people is a legal right in the UK. So are the police violating that right?
Prescription marijuana in my pocket. I've got prescription marijuana. Will that be an issue?
Oh, have you got marijuana on you right now?
Yes, my prescription marijuana.
Prescription on you?
I do. Yeah, I've got my driver's license, and the label on the bottom's enough to identify it as my prescription medicine.
No, it's not. There's no such thing.
Like, would you like to arrest me for it?
No, I'd like to see the cannabis though.
Okay. Give you my driver's license first, but you're running a check on me anyway, right?
I've already run a check on you.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
is my bus pass,
I don't
my
need-
disabled?
I don't need your bus pass.
Oh, my disabled bus pass.
Have
You
you
know.
got the cannabis?
Yeah.
I don't need your bus pass now.
What's wrong with the cannabis?
Well, because there is no such thing as medicinal cannabis unless you've got a prescription or a note from a doctor to say that you're allowed it.
Uh huh.
So have you got that on you?
Well, you're.
He reported that he was carrying legal, labeled, and properly documented medical cannabis. Possession of medical cannabis in the UK is legal when prescribed by a medical practitioner, but it remains a legal gray area, especially when traveling outside of one's home.
Saying a prescription, but actually you're wrong.
Okay, I'm wrong. Do you want to tell me the legislation then if you're right?
Would you like to call a sergeant to inform you of the correct legislation? Are you worried about that class?
That's not cannabis.
Are you worried about that at all?
Am I worried about what, sorry?
That in any way, shape or
Am
form?
I worried about what, sorry?
That in your hands?
This?
Yeah.
Should I be?
You're the police officer.
Should I be worried about you having codeine phosphate that's in your name and prescribed to you?
Should I? Should I?
I don't believe so. Should
What
you be worried about?
are you worried about this one?
This is very strange behaviour from you, Mark. I don't...
The police argue that even with a prescription, marijuana is not legal to carry outside the home. This is a major point of contention. If it is a prescription drug, do the police have the right to confiscate or arrest? The person filming asked to call a superior to verify the law, a reasonable course of action if you suspect the police are misapplying the law.
understand what this game is.
Oh, we're building up to stuff. Is that any concern to you?
Nope.
What is it?
You're prescribed.
What is it?
So I don't mind.
Diazepam.
Please.
I think that's a class A, isn't it?
But you're prescribed, aren't you? Because there's a prescription on there and it's got your name. So I don't
Oh,
mind
okay.
that.
Maybe I don't have a cannabis on me.
Right, you've told me you have.
Maybe I don't. But, well, I told you I have my prescription medicine on me.
No, you said prescription cannabis actually.
Yeah, I
You
had
said medicinal cannabis.
Yeah, is
So
that
you do have
is
cannabis
that a
on you.
concern of yours?
Yeah, it is, because if you don't have prescription or proof to show that it's prescribed to you or it's medicinal, which doesn't exist in England, there's no law for around it in that. You're allowed it in your house if it's
The cameraman shoots back. What about narcotics like diazepam or codeine? A sharp argument. Those drugs are also controlled substances, but are still legal to carry with a prescription. It's a moment of civic legal literacy, something often underappreciated in police interactions.
medicinal but not outside. So if you've got cannabis on you, I need
She
to know
said
that.
I'm not allowed my prescription medicine outside, but she's not fussed about my prescription medicine outside. These are controlled substances, class
Yes,
A,
they are, and I've
class
explained to
C.
you that you've got prescription for them, and I can see they're labelled up in your name. However, the cannabis is different. It's a different element. Okay?
What if I don't have cannabis on me?
yeah,
though?
but you've told me you do, so I'll be
I do.
looking at it. I'll be
It's
searching
my
for it
prescription
if you don't have
medicine.
it, so I'm giving you
Well,
time to get it.
You'd
okay?
need a lawful excuse.
I have prescription drugs legally labeled. Why can't I carry them? It's a fair question. The law needs to be clear and fair to all legal drugs, regardless of the social stigma attached to the word cannabis.
To search me
You
for
get
cannabis, wouldn't you? You'd need a lawful excuse to believe my cannabis is unlawful. I showed you my prescription anxiety medication.
it. Sorry, did you answer my query?
Hey girl, would you like, because your friend gives me a lot of anxiety, can I speak to you instead, please?
Speak to my colleague knows more than I do.
Can I
can
speak
you
to
let
your
me
colleague
answer
through you? Because she gives me enormous anxiety, and anxiety is my disability, and it's what I'm prescribed marijuana for. And diazepam.
So have you got it on there with your prescription label on?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look.
Why?
Because
Do you believe it's
otherwise-
unlawful?
The person filming the video should ask the police for a legal basis for a search. This is a fundamental right in any interaction with law enforcement. Without reasonable suspicion, a search can be unlawful.
Otherwise, I suspect that it is unlawful, Mark.
Why?
And I'm going to be detaining you for the purpose of a stop search under Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act. Okay, so I'm PC 281 Hosking,
Yep.
Section Ellen Road Police Station.
Okay.
I believe that you've potentially got illegal drugs on yourself.
Why do you believe it's illegal?
Because you're not proving to me. I've given you numerous reasons and numerous chances to prove to me that it is prescribed. You've happily given me those with your labels on, but you're not doing it with the cannabis. Therefore, I suspect that it's not legally there. Okay? Thank you.
Wait.
The police announced that they were searching him under Section 23 Misuse of Drugs Act. The person filming claimed that the drugs were prescription drugs and that the police were misunderstanding the law. The video ended with a worried and angry citizen who felt discriminated against and treated unfairly based on his medical condition and medication. What do you think of the police's actions in this situation? Was this a legal misunderstanding or a blatant abuse of power? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more controversial police situations.